rise, warriors of gold. Legends are written, our story unfolds. Steel meets will in the heart of the fight. Bow to the crown or be lost in the night. We stand tall, we don't kneel. Glory forged in iron and steel. Through the fire, through the pain, only the strongest will remain. Imperial, yeah, the kingdom stands. Imperial, yeah, we rule the land. No retreat, no backing down. We wear the gold, we take the crown. Imperial, the empire reigns. Battle cries echo through the halls. Champions rise while the weak ones fall. One shot, one chance, destiny calls. Claim your fate or lose it all. We stand tall, we don't kneel. Glory forged in iron and steel. Through the fire, through the pain, only the strongest will remain. Imperial, yeah, the kingdom stands. Imperial, we rule the land. No retreat, no backing down. We wear the gold, we take the crown. I'm twisted up inside, but nonetheless I feel the need to say I don't know the future, but the past keeps getting clearer every day. I know they weren't the best of times, I didn't pass the test, I know my lines, but I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause all those days were mine. So I rewind.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to The Rewind, the show where we take you back to our most recent show, which in this case was Crowns Endgame. It came from Chairs Bar in Sunderland. If you weren't there, what a night. It was a hard one to get through, to say the least, but we'll get to why later on this evening. I do see a lot of you tuning in. Becky, as per usual, from the Netherlands, good to see you. Sulfrena, good to see you. We will be starting off with your match soon. In the interest of fairness, let's hope there will be no misrepresentations on this broadcast. I am listening and watching. I've got no doubt you are, Colin. Ed Hunter, evening, Brevs and Brevettes. Good to see you, Ed, as per usual. Gareth, we missed you on Saturday. Hopefully we will see you at the next show. Good evening, Jordan. Sorry, guys, if I'm stuttering. It's just, you probably know, those who have seen online, it's not been a good week for quite a lot of us at the IWF, and we will get to it later on. But Crowns Endgame, last Saturday, what a show we had. And we started off with a championship match as the IWF Women's Liberty Championship was on the line. Kirsty Love defending against Sulfrena, IWF's first lady. So we do have some match highlights from that match. We'll have a little chat about it. I've got a funny feeling I'm going to want to get through this, folks. I've got a lot of things I need to get through. Enjoy the highlights from the match. And as you saw, Kirsty Love successfully retaining her IWF Women's Liberty Championship. Hell of a match between two absolutely fantastic women competitors. Couldn't have asked for a better opening match for Crowns Endgame. Question is, who's Kirsty gonna face next? She's beaten Silfrina, Penelope Grace, Piper Reynolds. Who else are we gonna get to take on Kirsty and at least have a shot at trying to take home the IWF Women's Liberty Championship? You guys got any ideas? Please put them into the comment section. I am all ears. Speaking of comments, sort of Colin says Ed Hunter. Day gone. Nice to see you, champ. Colin, payback is going to be sweet. Jordan Robson saying that was a good match. It was a very, very good match. Buster RPW, good evening. Good evening, Buster. Thank you very much for tuning in this evening. So yes, Kirsty Love, you're still your IWF Women's Liberty Champion. We do move on to our next match of the evening, and I like to give credit. The following highlights package from the Matty Mayhem and Alfie Jackson matchup did not come from yours truly. So if you watch social media and if you follow Matty Mayhem, you'll see he put his own highlights package out onto social media. I asked him for permission to use it. He said, yep, go ahead. You show me kicking his ass. His words. So, ladies and gentlemen, the highlights from Matty Mayhem and Alfie Jackson. Enjoy. You know what? Very successful debut by Matty Mayhem. Even if he was a little cheap at the start of the match. It was Alfie Jackson's birthday, and Matty delivered him, I think it was a little cupcake, and Alfie went over to the corner. I don't know if he went to have a bite or he went to put it to one side, but he'd done that. As soon as he did that, turned his back. Don't turn your back on Matty Mayhem. Boom, running boot straight to Alfie's face. Alfie did manage to form some sort of comeback throughout the match. He put up a very valiant effort, and I'm almost positive Alfie Jackson walked away from that match learning something new, especially when you're up against the likes of Matty Mayhem. But it was a very successful debut for him. I do hope we do see Matty again back in the IWF. That's if he even wants to come back. Who knows? Who knows? He did have a bit of an unapproachable attitude, in my personal opinion. I didn't want to go too close to him. Felt like he was just going to bark at us. But that might just be Matty. Alfie put up a good fight, but Matty is a solid addition. Yeah, very solid. Very solid. I hope Alfie has learned something from that match, because Alfie Jackson, as of late, he's been really impressing me. He really has. So, ladies and gentlemen, we do move on to our next match from Crowns Endgame. Well, it was a very solid match, in my opinion. We do have the highlights from it, but Shaw versus Shaw. And no, they're not related, folks. Rory Shaw challenging Alan Shaw for the Sovereign Shield Championship. And what I love about this, you'll see Alan Shaw, what he was wearing. There was a Mortal Kombat theme for Crowns Endgame. Well, you'll see. So enjoy the highlights from Rory Shaw and Alan Shaw. Alan Shaw successfully defending his Sovereign Shield Championship. It was via count out, but a win is a win no matter how you get it. That's what a lot of people say, isn't it? Very, very, very big feat to come out with a victory over Rory Shaw, who has been on an absolute spree lately in the IWF, earning that Sovereign Shield Championship shot. Very, very dominant. I just wish he was a nicer guy, you know? After the match, shaking Alan Shaw's hand and then attacking him. I mean, what kind of crap is that? Well done, Alan Shaw, says Jordan Robson. Yeah, well done, Alan Shaw, indeed. I cannot wait to see what happens next with the King of the Skies and where the heavy artillery is going to go from here. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our mid-match for Crowns Endgame, but we do move on to our next match, and tiny little bit of controversy surrounding it because Ewan and Danny Kay. Danny came out wearing a Regal Duos Championship already. And we're like, well, what the hell's happened? They get on the mic and they explain that on the way to the venue, Johnny Thunder was attacked and would not be able to make the match. They then called Flashback some names, said that he was a coward and that, you know, the usual crap. Flashback comes out and I'm going to say it now, I believe he was coerced into putting the Regal Duos Championships on the line in a 2-on-1 tag team match. Handicap, basically. He looked over at me and I asked Johnny, are you sure about this? You know what it means? He said, yep, he was sure. I made the match on Johnny's head, be it. And ladies and gentlemen, here are the highlights from the 2-on-1 match. Johnny Flashback taking on Danny Kay and Ewan. Enjoy. And new IWF Regal Duos champions, Danny Kay and Ewan. And before we talk about that, a couple of messages I do want to get in there. Alfie was tough, don't get me wrong, but his inexperience let him down, and let's be real, I was smarter. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. That was a crappy situation to be in for Flashback for sure. It really was. It really, really was. Wow, what a match. You know what? For a 2-on-1, considering the Flashback, he was at the disadvantage in this match. It was a really... I thought he was going to have it. I really, really did. But like I said, on his own head be it, Danny Kay and Ewan managed to outmaneuver, outsmart, and on the night, out-wrestle Johnny Flashback and come out victorious to become your new Regal Duos champions. Exactly, Dagon. Fair play to Flash for not backing down. That's the Imperial way. Yeah, 100%. But new champions, and you've got to think, where are these two going to go? This dastardly duo. He does kind of look like Dick Dastardly from the Wacky Races with that mustache, Ewan, doesn't he? Yeah, that's an idea. But yes, that does bring us on, ladies and gentlemen, to our next match of the night, which was kind of a run back. It was Nate Sawyer taking on Jakob. We've seen this before. It didn't turn out in Jakob's favor. Did it happen this time? Well, ladies and gentlemen, prepare to watch the highlights from this match and find out for yourself. Nate Sawyer versus Jakob. Enjoy. Yes, he can. Jakob overcoming Nate Sawyer there. And you've seen that visual at the end. Team Jakob, his family, and the big brave Walker, who also returned at Crowns Endgame, clapping, cheering on Jakob. Absolutely massive moment for Jakob, finally getting that redemption against Nate Sawyer that he has sought after for so long. It must feel so good. And I can see that comment there. I'm going to put it up. What a flip to win the match. Jakob is, the way he moves is unbelievable. The fact he's able to do that just from standing is incredible. And I say it every time I mention Jakob. That kid is going far. He truly is. But ladies and gentlemen, that does bring us on to what was our main event of the evening for Crowns Endgame, which was, of course, the gauntlet match. We saw Asylum running the gauntlet through various IWF roster members, including Hybrid, Spawn, Copy. Do we call him a roster member, or do we just call him there? He is just kind of sort of there, isn't he? You know what? I'm not going to spoil it for you folks. Here are the highlights from the gauntlet match. IWF Championship on the line. If you've seen the socials, you know what happened. Enjoy. And once again, your new IWF champion, Dagon. And yes, I did cut off the footage there. There is more to it. We are going to get to that. But I just want to say everyone in that gauntlet match, well, almost everyone, put on an amazing effort. In hindsight, hand on heart, I shouldn't have put copy in there. I don't know what I was doing. That's on me. That's my bad. We'll make sure that doesn't happen again. But we've seen the debut of Hex as well. And that lad can move. Very, very impressed with Hex. Just unfortunately, it was against a man who is the size of a mountain. So, you know, a bit difficult there. We've seen Hybrid in there, Spawn in there, and Dagon in there as well. And just absolutely amazing. Your new IWF champion, Dagon. Asylum done really good. He did. The fact that Asylum ran through the whole gauntlet, fantastic. Even with the masked person, who we know who that is now, coming out and trying to spoil things, received a choke slam. Dagon managed to come out on top. But that is not where the night ended, and this is where things get a bit complicated. So right from where that footage, you know what, I've got the footage. I'm just going to play it. Viewers might find this a little distressing. Here's what happened right after the main event. Absolutely sickening. And I do see your comment there, Spawny, laughing. I'm not even going to bother putting that on. Laughing in the comment section. After what you've done, after what all three of you's done, absolutely despicable. And for those that do pay attention online, yesterday, I managed to catch up with Brian, our head official, to make sure he was okay. We had a bit of a chat. I really hope he's doing all right. And he kind of made me wonder, does something need to be done about this? And it was at that point, I've been sitting all day in this room, this empty room, staring at these four walls, thinking, what can I do? I mean, so after a very, very, very long day, I did decide to do something about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have to inform you all right now for their actions on not only Brian, but Lilith as well. I hereby... Okay. Who's that?
Don't
Hello,
tell
Alfie.
me. Hello, DJ. Don't tell me you're going to say what I think you're going to say.
What did you think I was going to say?
You're not going to suspend them, are you?
Damn right, I'm going to suspend them.
No. See, what you're doing there is you're letting them get away with what they've done. By suspending them, then what? Then what? They'll be gone for like a few months, if that.
What else do you suggest? I mean, you've seen what
I
they did to
think
Brian.
I know what did to Brian, and I hope Brian is recovering. But I think May 16th, you make a match. You see, I haven't forgotten a slap that I was given by Persona, and I know for a fact that Hybrid hasn't forgotten all the things that Persona's done for us. So May 16th, I'm proposing you make a match, the Lilac Legion versus the Detriment, because we are so fed up of watching Persona get away with this time after time again. And I hope Persona is somewhere watching this, because I want to make this clear that the Detriment were one of the few that helped you get put in that coffin. And on May 16th, if this match gets approved, we will push you back in that coffin. So what do you say, DJ?
Well, it's funny you mentioned Hybrid, because I noticed he's not here, but I have just received a video from Hybrid.
We'll get him.
I'll put that on. Tiaz Hybrid.
So I'm guessing Alfie's already been on and he's said some things and he might be really nice about it, but I'm angry. So I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to tell it how it is. What happened on Saturday was vile. It was disgusting. It was weak. You've got this new trio consisting of, well, first Colin. Colin, you are an out-of-touch old man who likes to ride the coattails of younger talent to try and have any sort of relevancy when you don't have any. Spawn. See, this one's a tough one because Spawn, I thought you were a friend. I thought you were a good guy. I thought you were special. I still think you're a blueprint. I think you're a blueprint of a self-entitled, spoilt Nepo baby who's been given everything on a silver plate, and you've ruined every opportunity you've been given in one moment. And then you have Persona. Since day one in this company, Persona's either hid behind people or he's climbed on top of people to try and get where he wants to be number one. When reality is a small, weak, little, manipulative bully who needs put into place. And that's why I'm not asking, it will be the Detriment versus Persona and Spawn. You may have came from hell, but I'm going to take you somewhere so much worse, and that's reality. Because reality is, when you step in the ring with the greatest tag team in IWF, we are going to knock your jaw sideways and show you why you, Spawn, and Colin making this a little alliance is detrimental.
Wow. So, I mean, look, I can do I want to another one? Another one? Who did? Oh no!
On who? No. Who? Oh, God.
See, I've been sitting and I've been listening to all the chatter and the everything that the wise old Alfie Jackson and the strong boy Hybrid have got to say, and they want the Legion, not like Legion Alfie Jackson. The Legion on May 16th, they want an old school tag team match. They want to teach us a lesson because we're so bad and we're so evil and we've done so many horrible, disgusting things. But when the Detriment were getting their own way, all them bad and disgusting things were allowed to happen. But now that it's not going their way, I'm suddenly the bad guy. But I've been down that route before. I've already spoke about that. I don't need to bring that back up. First thing I'll say to you is yes, the Legion accept your request to wrestle us in a tag team match. But what I will say is Motorboat Hybrid. You got a lot to say about me there. You said that I've hid behind everybody since the IWF started. I'm just a small, weak man who's done every despicable thing that he's ever done to be number one. And while all that sounds great, and the fans will eat it up and agree none of it's true, I've spent my whole career scratching, clawing, fighting to be to where I am now, and I'm not going to let anybody take that away from me. The only difference between me and the silly old detriment and every other silly person on the IWF roster is that I don't appease to the audience. I don't have to please them. I've got nothing to prove to them. It's that simple. And Hybrid, it's crazy that you're saying that I've got to do all these things to be number one, but have you ever been number one? Have you ever been number one anywhere? Oh wait, you were number one somewhere once. It lasted about 3 months and nobody cared. Because what do you do when the going gets tough? What, do you ever scratch and claw to earn your place, to be number one? No, you pack your bags and you run somewhere else where it's easier. So, May 16th, when the Legion obviously beat the Detriment, and when Hybrid, when you're lying on your back, looking up at the ceiling, I want you to wonder one thing. Was Alfie Jackson right? Should we have turned a new leaf and been the good guys that everybody wanted us to be? Because what's it gotten you so far? Except a long, long list of losses and failures. So please, do the predictable thing and save everybody the trouble. After May 16th, go backstage, pack your bags and go somewhere where it'll be easier. May 16th, the Legion are going to put you in the ground and you won't see the Detriment ever again.
He's gone.
He thinks he's clever. I know what he's trying to do. I know what he's trying to do, and it's not going to work.
Alfie, are you sure about this match?
I'm positive, DJ. In fact, I've never been so positive in my life. You will be giving the fans an injustice if you don't make this match.
You've
And you've
got
got an agreement from both parties.
You've got it.
Thank you.
You want that match, Alfie? Hybrid. You do what you need to do. Another one.
Well, now that I've got what I've wanted, I'm going to jump off.
Yeah, no problem, Alfie. You jump
See you
off.
May
I'm going to see
16th.
who this is. Who is the? Hi, Brian.
I did it.
Welcome to the Rewind. I'm sure you've just seen what's just happened.
Yeah, and I come to tell you, I won't be refereeing that match. From now on, I will not be refereeing any Spawn or Persona matches for my own safety. I do not feel safe, and until something's put in place, I will have no part in this.
Yeah, come
Look
on.
what they did with Dagon, who's a wrestler. DJ, no, please. What they did to Dagon, and Dagon's a wrestler, then they go on to do what they did to me and Lilith. I ain't a wrestler. I've never claimed to be. I'm having no part in this. So you need to find yourself a referee for that match in any Persona and Spawn matches going forward, because I ain't doing them.
Please, Brev, you are literally the best referee I know.
I might be the best, but I ain't stupid. I want to think of my health. I will have no part in this. So you might have your match, but you need to find yourself a referee for it.
I understand. Is there anything I can do or say?
Did you not see the comment that Persona said to us earlier and what he's just said to the Detriment? Absolutely not.
No Dagon. I'm sorry. No Spawn. No Persona matches.
Nope. Until someone's put in place for my protection, I will not be calling another one of their matches.
Dagon, have a word with him. Come on. I mean, I need Brian. You're the best.
Nope. I'm sorry. I've got no protection. What if they do worse next time? He threatened to stomp on my arm. He could have broke it if he'd realised I'd had that sunflower on my arm. You really want me to put me health on the line? Remember what they did? They battered us across the back and then twice across the head with a steel chair. Come on, man.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fine. No Spawn or Persona matches until something's figured out. And I'm promising you, I will figure something out because you are the bee's knees when it comes to refereeing.
Thank you.
It's, Brian, cry me a river. Spawn, I'd say go to hell, but he'd probably be perfectly at home. Walker, Brian Chaplow has a point. He does. I mean, I
My
I
Walker
agree with
said,
Brian.
thank you, Walker, for helping us afterwards.
Yeah, Walker coming in and helping us pick everyone up. It's okay, Brian. Thank you very much for coming on the rewind. I hope you're feeling better. I'll respect your wishes and I'll respect what you want to do. And hopefully I can figure something out soon to get you back. Until then, you take care, okay, bruv?
See you later, DJ.
See you later. This Spawn and Persona, I swear to God. Calm down. So everyone, I do see people here saying Dagon, referee Dagon. No, Dagon cannot referee. Dagon's going to be busy that night. If you haven't been paying attention to socials, we're going to be seeing Dagon taking on Walker for the IWF Championship. So I think Dagon's got a lot to be prepared for already. So does Walker. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me on this edition of The Rewind. I'm sorry if I feel a bit flat today. It's a lot's happened. Please join us for our next edition, which will come in the back end of May after our next event, Our Legacy. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I need to find a referee. From wherever you are in the world, folks, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.